Please make a huge amount of noise, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, Mr. Derrick Hines.
That might be the best introduction to a conference I've ever been to. That's fantastic. What a room, right? I have to do this before I start because they'll hate me for it. So in this room, my brilliant office manager, Noel. Wave, please. Kristen, my front office, and Sarah are here. Y'all pick their brains. They're brilliant. Half the value that we take from these things is just like being around these amazing minds and kind of picking brains and these like takeaways that you get just hanging out at the bar. So like last night, me and Luke are at the bar, partly complaining about how bad the Saints looked. But deeper than that, we were talking about how if you find the right business coach, that doesn't just like change your business. That gives us the ability to start going towards the life that we want, the life that we choose, rather than just settling for, the circumstances that are presented to us in life. And I think really that's why a lot of us are here. That's why a lot of us are drawn into Paul's circle. Certainly that's how I found my way here. We might think that we come for marketing or for leadership or for finance, but it's much deeper than that, right? It's something that once you start to kind of tap into what I think is Paul's superpower, to be honest, is how can we learn to grow ourselves so that our business grows? And that's the biggest thing that I've seen working with Paul and watching him grow this and learning from him as we do it is that like our business will never outgrow us. So as we go through this, yeah, we'll get the marketing stuff. Yeah, we'll get the business things and the finance. But what we really get is the permission and the inspiration to choose a life that we want and we deserve and to spread that through all of our staff, through all of our patients, through everyone we come in contact with. And I think that's the real takeaway whenever we look at what Paul can bring and talk about and the stuff that you learn and being around these people, like that's what I will forever cherish. That's what will always take away from these conferences whenever I leave conversations with Paul. It's always this deeper inspiration that you can have the life you want. And that's where we're trying to get to. That's what all this is about. So, it is definitely a pleasure, an honor to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Paul Andrew Gough.
Derrick needs to wear this for another 36 hours.
As long as I get to come up and crown the next.
You do. You have to pass the baton.
That's it.
Derrick, thank you. Amazing.
Thank you.
Star. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So what do you think? What do you think? We're even on time, I think. I think I'm 30 seconds early, which is good. It means I can ramble for a bit more in this session. But good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming. We appreciate you and to see this. Even though I can't see many of you, I'm assured it's full. It's incredible. And to just, again, listen, I do listen back there. And hearing the stories when people talk about me, I always say it's like you're kind of listening to somebody at your funeral. And when they say things about you like that, it kind of makes your spine tingle a little. So thank you, Derrick. And it's true, what I try to do is share with you life lessons and do so in the hope that you will build a much better business because of that. If the business is strong, it's because you're strong. If the business is weak, it's because there's something that probably needs strengthening inside of you. And the two go hand in hand, and I figured that out about 10 years ago, that if I wanted to get past where I was at, not just financially, but to have more fun, to enjoy life, not to take it seriously, to stand on stage in front of 200 people dressed as Austin Powers, and go to dance lessons, which, by the way, I did. I take things seriously. How you do anything is how you do everything, right? So I paid for dance lessons to learn how to do that. So should I ask for my money back? Or Well, do you know what? My kids, we've had so much fun, and this is what I'm going to share with you. You probably read the book. You might have read it. I don't know, right? Probably not. Might have read a chapter. But in the book, there's a story or a chapter on not taking life seriously. And as I get older and as I, kind of just enjoy life more, I think that's one of the key things in life. Just don't take it too seriously. Like we do in these rooms. You're healthcare professionals, and we're kind of taught that we have to behave a certain way, we have to live a certain way, we have to act a certain way, and we have to look professional, and we have to do all of these things. And it just sounds like a lot of hard work to me, and I just think I'm out, right? I've opted out of the system, basically. Ironically, there's a spinal conference going on in this building. I think we've already had 10 people ask to join mine already, and we're anticipating that theirs will be empty by the end of the weekend, and ours will be full. Because it's the typical healthcare kind of business conference. And it'll be all nice and polite and friendly, and they'll all be there'll be no language, and there'll be no swearing, and there'll be none of that stuff. And there'll definitely not be an Austin or a Dr. Evil or a Mini-Me or anything like that at their conference. So life, it's just about enjoying it and not taking it too seriously, and you can do that. And I genuinely think you can do that if you figure it out. You can't be reckless. You can't be you can't just show up on stage if you've got nothing to kind of back it up with, and you can't just say you're going to build a business and you're going to kind of make $1 million if you're not going to go away and learn the skills and kind of figure out how to do that. So life is a journey. It's a non-stop, forever figuring out who you are, what needs to be improved, what you're doing that's not contributing to your success, getting rid of it, eradicating things, being around the right people, being around smart people, making sure that you're surrounded by people who laugh, who giggle, who make you feel good about yourself. Not people that pull you down, not people that pull you apart, not people that criticize you for having a go in life. If you can get around those people and you can make it a conscious effort, magic happens. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in your life. And if you do that, my experience has been, and that's all I ever try to share with you, my experience has been the business and the financial side of it's taking care of itself. Whenever I've focused on the finance, whenever I've focused on finance only, other things show up. And maybe it's insecurities, or it's frustration, or it's a little bit of just, resentment, whatever, right? I'm focusing on this outcome, I'm focusing on this thing that I want. And whenever I go back to just focus on yourself, just have some fun, just enjoy life, do what you've got to do, be who you've got to be in that moment. If you have to learn something, go and learn it. If you have to hire somebody, go and hire somebody. If you have to step back and just take stock of things, don't be frightened to do it. If you have to admit you're wrong, right? Like whatever you have to do to get whatever you want. I think it's a wonderful journey that you're on, and business gives you a life lesson. It gives you a seminar in definitely in people, in making mistakes, in progress, in achieving things, in enjoying things. I think you can kind of take whatever you want from it, and if you focus on yourself and who you are, the business stuff. Oh my goodness, it's easy. It's so easy. It's untrue.